Okay, I want to demonstrate the biggest annoyance I have with the Surface Book, and I do believe it is the Surface Book's fault. The battery drivers seem to spike the CPU on a regular basis. So how I'm going to demonstrate this, because this is the biggest part of my annoyance, is that I have my Surface Book hooked up to a keyboard through a MIDI interface, and I use this piece of software here called Piano Tech, which takes the MIDI input from my keyboard and pumps out the sound of a modeled piano to my speakers. And so I'm just going to go into Piano Tech and just take a look at the preferences for a sec. Specifically, the performance here. And you can see it's nice and smooth, as it should be, since I'm not playing right now. Now if I play, you'll see that the performance spikes a little bit, but still sounds good, and nothing strange is happening here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, and I could do this, by the way, all day long, and I'm not going to get any spikes. So now I'm going to go into the device manager, and you'll see here that I have to disable both of my batteries in the Surface Book. So if I go ahead and enable those, like so, now they're enabled, and now you can see I've got the little battery symbol down here, which I can click on and see the battery status. That's all fine. But the problem is that this causes, just having the batteries enabled, so it can tell me how much battery I have left, causes spikes. So if I start playing the piano, so you saw those couple of spikes very early on there, and you can see I'm not even playing now, but it still spikes. If I had been playing there, what would have happened was it would have crackled. I'm not sure the speaker's picking that up, but hopefully it is. So we'll just wait here. I'm not going to play, but hopefully we'll see a spike here in a second. And I believe this is because the drivers are just querying the actual batteries for how much power it has left. But this causes a major problem. So since I purchased the laptop, I've essentially had to disable the batteries inside of the device manager. So you might have to take my word for it here that this will eventually spike just on its own accord here. We'll wait a couple more seconds. There it is. You see that? That would be enough for the piano to crackle. Now, if I actually play, it's going to be worse. You're going to see more spikes. See that? Here we go. And you probably heard the crackle there. So once again, I'll just turn off the batteries inside of the device manager. And what you'll see is that things go now back to a usable state. So I can literally play all day and will not get a single crackle. So I'm really hoping that the drivers for this expensive device can be updated. Thanks very much.